I started out teaching at a university, actually teaching statistics, and I love statistical analysis. But as Shaka has said, as you've heard earlier, the statistics don't really get to the heart of the matter. It's the stories that do. And actually, I was traveling all over the country, in the US and in Canada, actually, doing stand-up and doing lectures. And someone asked, would I work in a prison? And so I said, absolutely yes. And even knowing the statistics and driving them from as a sociologist, what was more amazing to me was after I would do maybe a 30-minute set or lecture, I would have to stand around for another 3 hours. And people who I learned wouldn't open up, wouldn't talk, would share their stories. And they share them from the heart. About 5-6 years ago, I suffer from MS. And so I fell, cracked my head open, and had a head injury. And I read a book called Heart Math, trying to heal, because it was really difficult to heal from that. And the book said that, you have to move from your head to your heart. It's the 13-inch journey. And when you move to your heart, you become open and you find the things that you need. So as I was being open and listening to whatever came 3 years ago, something said, make a dress. And I said, that's stupid. I don't know how to sew. I was, a scholar's scholar. I read 3 books every week, 6 books every week without fail. I was always reading and writing and working, and I didn't have time for anything like that. It didn't make sense to me. And so when this said make a dress, it's like crazy because I didn't know how to sew. I had just come back from Singapore where I was working, and I bought some things for some friends, and one of my friends is a tailor, so I bought fabric for her. And I had this beautiful hand-woven silk that was hand-painted. It was amazing. But I realized she didn't know she was supposed to get it, so I thought, well, I'll use it for myself. And I didn't have a pattern because I didn't sew. And so I said, well, I'll make a pattern. I cut out something. And I was standing over this fabric with my scissors, and I thought to myself, I can't cut this fabric. It's too precious. And that same voice that was coming from my heart said, you're precious and you've been cut into, and it made you better. And so I cut into that fabric and I hand stitched it because I didn't know how to use a machine. And I wore it to church the next day, and my friends were like, you look amazing. Did you lose weight? And I said, no, I made my own dress. And so somebody said, give me a hug. And I was like, no, it may fall apart. So I decided that day that I liked the feeling of creating something myself. I liked it so much that I wanted to do it. So that week, in the next 2 days, I made 2 more dresses. And I thought, oh, this feels good. The clothes fit. This is amazing. So I called all of my friends over and I gave away everything in my closet. And I said, I'm either going to have 3 dresses, or I'm going to learn how to sew. So I started sewing.